So today I want to tell you one of my favorite jokes. It's not my favorite joke to tell, but it's definitely up there, and I love telling it, so it's gonna happen. You don't have a choice, except that you do, and you can just click a different video, I guess. But whatever, don't get technical with me. So there's this little kid. He's it's recess. He's playing on the playground, and he walks by a group of older kids, and he hears them talking. But the only two words he overhears are "purple donut." So he's like, "Oh, what's purple donut?" And so he's like, "Hey guys, what's the purple donut?" And they're just like, "Get the fuck out of here, kid!" And they just start beating the shit out of him. Then bell rings. They scatter. He goes back to his classroom, and the teacher sees him. She's like, "Oh my goodness, what happened?" He's like, "Well, teach, I was playing on the playground, and I overheard the older kids talking, and when I asked them what they were talking about, they beat me up." She's like, "Wow, that sounds awful. What were they talking about?" It's like, "Well, teach, I don't know. The only words I heard were purple donut." And all the blood just drains out of the teacher's face. She's like, "I am not going to have language like that in my classroom, young man." She turns him around, gives him 3 licks on the ass with a paddle, and sends him off to the principal's office. So the principal calls him in. He goes, "Well, young man, your teacher sent you down here today. Said there was a bit of an issue. Do you want to tell me what's going on?" He's like, "Well, sir, okay, I don't know what's going on. Because I was playing on the playground, and I overheard some of the older kids talking, and when I asked them what they were talking about, they beat me up. And then I asked my teacher what they were talking about, and she gave me 3 licks, and she sent me here." So I was like, "Whoa, that sounds very serious. What were they talking about?" It's like, "Sir, I don't know. Okay, the only words I heard were purple donut." Instantly, the principal's face just red. He's like, "I am not going to have language like that in my school." So he turns the kid around, gives him 3 licks on the ass, and he calls his parents. And the parents come down to the school. They have to pick the kid up, and they're driving home. And mom and dad turn around. It's like, "Well, young man, do you want to tell us what's going on and why we had to come pick you up in the middle of the day?" It's like, "Well, Mom, Dad, okay, I don't know. I was just playing on the playground, and I overheard the older kids talking, and when I asked them what they were talking about, they beat me up, okay? But then I asked my teacher what they were talking about, and then she gave me 3 licks, and she sent me to the principal, and when I asked the principal what they were talking about, he gave me 3 licks, and he called you guys." I'm like, "Well, son, it's very serious. What were they talking about?" He's like, "I don't know. The only words I heard were purple donut." And just Dad whips off the side of the road. They pull him out of the car, and they're like, "We're not gonna have language like that in this family." So Dad gives him 3 licks, Mom gives him 3 licks, sit him back in the car, and they take him home, send him to his room. Now he's just laying there on his bed crying. A couple hours go by, and his sister comes home from school. She's like, "Hey kiddo, you weren't on the bus. I heard you got in a lot of trouble today. What's going on?" Like, "Sis, I don't know. Okay, I was just playing on the playground, and I overheard the older kids talking, but when I asked them what they were talking about, they beat me up. And then I asked my teacher what they were talking about, and then she gave me 3 licks, and she sent me to the principal. And when I asked the principal what they were talking about, he gave me 3 licks, and he called Mom and Dad. And when I asked Mom and Dad what they were talking about, they gave me 3 licks each. And then brought me home and sent me to my room." She's like, "Wow, kid, what were they talking about?" It's like, "Sis, I don't know. Okay, the only words that I heard were purple donut." His sister's like, "Oh my gosh, are you trying to get us both in trouble right now?" "Okay, kid, look, I'm not trying to get myself grounded. I'm not going to talk about that here in the house. But Okay, tomorrow morning, when we get to the bus stop, I will tell you what a purple donut is, okay? Do you understand? Not here, tomorrow. Because, like, okay. So, of course, he has dinner, no dessert, back to his room, and he's like, just like, okay, I gotta find out tomorrow why everybody's kicking my ass today. Okay, and he finally falls asleep, and he wakes up, and now he's like excited because like he finally gets to know. I finally get to know. So he gets ready for school, and chows down on his breakfast. And his sister's like, alright, he's just like, got her by the arm, and he's pulling her out the front door, like, come on, sis, come on, the bus stop's right there, we gotta get over to the bus stop, we gotta go, it's like, come on, bam! Out of fucking nowhere, a semi just flattens them both in the street. So the moral of the story is, always look both ways before you cross the road.